Welcome to How We Heard It, the podcast about music, pop culture, movies, and more, with your hosts, Wayne Bledsoe and Chuck Campbell.
Hello there, this is Chuck Campbell with
Wayne Bledsoe and
John Baker.
All right, Wayne, so today you suggested this one, and that's you suggested it as the meanest songs.
Right.
And I instantly wrote you back and said, can we just say our favorite mean songs? Because I know when it comes to meanest, you're probably going to know a lot more meaner songs than I do. And it's not because I'm, a little pony running through the meadow or anything, but it's just you've always kind of like glommed onto these dark songs.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because like all three of us really are just, friendly guys.
Right.
And I think most people would characterize us as nice guys and all that stuff. And I like to think that I am, although, I know I got maybe a little edge and everything, but I genuinely want to get along with everybody, and I don't hold grudges, and I try to move past things.
Right.
And you're far more gregarious than I am. I mean, people would be floored to know just how dark you are.
I think they would.
I think they would too. I mean, they wouldn't be surprised that I might like a little snarky something or another, but you've always just like floored me with some stuff that you've said over the years. Not about other people.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with you. It's just your entertainment can get darker and your music can get darker.
There's nothing wrong with you. $100 wouldn't fix.
Right. right.
The drugs help.
So what did you think of this topic? What brought it up, or how did you come up with this?
Well, I was just trying to think because it's not been that long since Valentine's Day, really, and
right.
and there were all those love songs, and it was like, well, what are the meanest songs? What are the songs that I love that are really mean?
Right.
And I could do probably a whole hour just on Bob Dylan songs.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, that was another thing. Is like I know that I feel like maybe I'm just wrong, but I feel like people in music at least were edgier and quicker to say mean things in older times than they are now. I don't know if it's sensitivity has changed stuff. Well, I mean,
another thing that brought it up was, the whole Kendrick Lamar Drake thing that's going on. And,
yeah. That went on, yeah.
Yeah,
that's one of the ones I was going to get into rap there.
Yeah,
bit.
Rap is as mean as anything that's ever been out there.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's usually directed at somebody. I don't know. Let's just get into it. You want to just?
Well, okay.
And I'm not organized in any way. Are you organized in any way?
Not really, but always I'm going to start out with some of the oldest stuff that I know that things that are mean. So we go back to blues. And there's a great Lonnie Johnson song called "She's Making Whoopee in Hell Tonight," which is about as mean of a song about a woman as you could come across.
Okay,
and it's just vicious. And then there's one that's funny called "The Soap and Water Blues" by Washboard Sam, and he's just basically talking about how ugly this woman is and how she says she's got BO all the time, which is body odor.
Right.
She thinks soap and water is a doggone crime. But the best line in it is, "Man, she looks like a wreck that happened last July."
Oh, that's good.
That's one of my favorite, insults I've ever heard.
Your face just lights up, and you know all these lyrics by heart. It's like I was telling you, warning everybody ahead of time. I was trying to write down lyrics to illustrate why the songs I'm talking about are mean, and I suck at telling lyrics, even when I write them down.
Uh-huh.
And you just like pull them out of the top of your head and just laugh about them. And it's like, there's something going on there. I don't know.
Your head is filled with useful things that have helped you in life.
No.
Mine is just full of lyrics because it's like, I want to hear that again.
Okay, all right. Well, I do like that. I want to go ahead and throw one out because you just said ugly.
Okay.
The first one I wanted to talk about, indeed. No, it's not either.
What?
Oh, where is it? See, Ugly Girl by Fleming and John. They're a Nashville duo. Do you
Love
know
that band.
Yes. Ugly Girl by Fleming and John. Fleming is the singer, and she is accosted by a boyfriend who has moved on and has a new girlfriend. And so the lyrics, if I can get this right, is she's so nice that is she so nice that it makes up for her face? There's no way. Do you have to keep your eyes closed? Do you have to keep the lights down low? I bet you wish you had a blindfold. Can't you see you're leaving me for an ugly girl?
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. That is mean.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, and
I didn't know anyone had ever even heard that band.
Oh, yeah.
I love that record. It's great. Her voice is something special.
It is. It's that soprano, but she also has that delivery. That's
And she's
just
got amazing control of it.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I like it. I like it when they just talk about how ugly people are and, things like that. But, I like it particularly when they sound really cheerful when they sing mean things.
That's exactly what she does.
Yeah. And it's the Beautiful South. I talk about them a lot, but like nearly their entire catalog is like that. It's like the sweetest sounding stuff with the most awful, mean lyrics you've ever heard.
And you love that.
I do love it. There's a great song, which could also fall into whenever we do the songs about masturbation, a song called Tonight I Fancy Myself, where the singer is looking at this couple and listening to their conversation, and he is just so disgusted by them that he cannot stand it.
So he's just got to turn to himself.
He says, he's talking about how, they're spitting bits of food on each other accidentally, and they're asking each other, would you love me if I was, I can't remember exactly. Would you love me if I lost my legs? He says, yes. It talks about if she was in a car wreck, he'd reach around for her partly severed head. It's like, my God, this is awful. And there's another song they have where they talk about all the people they want to kill, and including the band Simple Minds. I don't know why they hated
thing
them.
Against Simple Minds.
Apparently. But it's just awful.
Okay. I don't know if I have any more ugly songs. Are we going to spin here on ugly, or?
Oh, do I have? I'm trying to think.
I'm out of order. I'm just out of whack, so I can just move on. We can go back and forth if you want.
Okay, go ahead.
I got the topic like 2 hours ago, so I don't have anything organized or anything.
Yes.
Okay.
So thanks, guys.
Well,
I'm going to write a mean song about you guys.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
cool. That's what I'm trying to get at.
well, we didn't decide till sometime.
I know,
yesterday.
and then I was thinking I'm not going to be able to pull this off.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well,
but here I am.
Well, if John wanted to, I could notice some recognition when I mentioned Dylan. Did you have a Dylan one that you were?
Well, I thought while I was on my mountain bike ride today of Idiot Wind.
Idiot Wind is great.
It's just brutal. Idiot Wind blowing every time you move your teeth.
Yep.
It's like, you're an idiot, babe. It's a wonder you still know how to breathe.
Yep.
Wow. It just cuts right to the core.
And then he's got Masters of War, where he imagines following the casket, and then I'll stand on your grave till I'm sure that you're dead. It's like,
which reminds me of Elvis Costello's song about. I think he's talking about Margaret Thatcher, and he says, "I'll stand on your grave and tramp the dirt down."
yeah. Elvis could be pretty. He could be pretty brutal too.
Yep.
But one of the ones I really, really love is "They Might Be Giants," who just seem like the happiest guys in the world, and they write they write children's albums about science and how to count and how to spell, and on their album
About famous presidents.
Yeah, history. They've got everything. It's like one of my favorite songs by them is off their album "Join Us," and it's called "When Will You Die." It's like they're going to close the schools and we'll celebrate it every year. It's just like,
Wow.
oh, it's great, and it's a real short, punchy little song, and we're all waiting for you to die.
Almost all of their songs are.
Yeah. When are you going to do it? We're all waiting for you to die.
Wow. Well, there's another song of theirs about you're older than you've ever been, and now you're even older.
And now you're even older.
And now you're now even older.
I used to send that to people on their birthdays.
I like that. No, I don't know how to come at that because I didn't really. I'm just going to go on to something else.
Go ahead.
It's a song I brought up before, or a group I brought up before, Beaches from Canada. They had the song "Blame Brett," and I was looking at these lyrics, and it's all about she's been rejected or treated poorly by a guy named Brett. So now she's just going to use men, right? So she goes, I'm sorry in advance. I'm only going to treat you bad. I'm probably going to let you down. I'm probably going to sleep around. So sorry in advance. Before you take off your pants, I wouldn't let me near your friends. I wouldn't let me near your dad.
Whoa.
Wow.
So don't blame me.
She's on a mission.
Yeah.
She's got some plans.
Yeah, so she's not. Yes, she does. Before you take off your pants.
Right.
At least you got it in there before then.
I've got one.
Okay.
From the Decemberists out of Portland, Oregon, and their 2009 album, The Hazards of Love, which just tells this horrific tale about a rich, spoiled princeling who falls in love with a girl from the other side of the tracks, and his parents will never approve, but he ends up getting her pregnant, and so he ends up having to marry her, and then she just starts spilling out babies. And he had prior to that been, just a bon vivant, went out on the town and picked up women left and right, and now he's saddled at home with a bunch of kids. And so the song, the Rakes song, he just goes about describing. Oh, and in the end, his wife dies in childbirth, so it's just him stuck with all the babies.
Oh my God!
And in the Rakes song, he just sings about how all the ways he just dispatches all of his children, like. She was weak. I drowned her in the bath.
Oh my gosh!
I bested him with my strength. He's just talking about how he's killing his children.
Oh, wow.
And that's mean.
That's mean.
You've got a mean streak, too, there, John. I'm kind of scared here.
That album inspired my album that was kind of mean, too.
Okay.
So.
All right. I just always assumed I was the meanest one in the room, and I see maybe it's the opposite.
Well, I don't know. I think of myself as a pretty optimistic, nice, likable person, and somehow I'm drawn to dark things.
Right, and you know what? It is cathartic, and it is there is definitely an uplifting thing to being able to, the gallows humor or anything like that. It's good for you.
Yeah, and like I said, that the Hazards of Love inspired my album, Flirting with Azrael, which is about a woman whose drunken, abusive husband comes home drunk one time too many, and she's had enough, and she strangles him in his sleep. And right as he dies, she decides that that's not enough satisfaction, so she figures out how to bring him back to life so she can kill him again.
Oh, my God.
And
I like that. I mean,
I
like that album, but I like the concept.
It was just, I thought it was funny, and everyone I tell that to, I either get, are you and your wife okay? or they laugh, and if they laugh, I get it.
Right.
Because it was relieving. It was fun to not have to pour my soul into songs, but just write about the most crazy, fantastic stuff, dark stuff, and just get it out. I was just playing around. It had nothing to do with my personal life.
Well, so many people don't understand writing in character.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you're like a short story writer. I mean, they wouldn't assume if you wrote a fictional short story that that's you, but they do in song.
Well, I put in the liner notes at the end. Me and my wife are just fine, thank you.
Well, that brings up, because you brought that brings up, both Randy Newman is somebody who's always done it. And he's got a song called Christmas in Cape Town, which nearly all of his songs, you have the unreliable narrator who is kind of a jerk, but there's something redeeming there, and you want to understand him. In that one, there's nothing redeeming. He is a South African racist.
Oh, okay. I've met some of those.
Oh, and it is vicious. And I mean, if you didn't know that this is written in character, you would think this is the most horrible guy in the world.
Well, and he's done that numerous times.
Yeah, I mean, Rednecks is like
the Sail Away.
But with Rednecks, he turns it around to bite you in the ass, because you think, okay, this is this horrible racist guy, but in the end, he's calling out everybody else and saying, well, okay, you're racist too.
Yeah.
And it nails it.
Okay.
But Christmas in Cape Town, there is none of that. It's just a portrait of a awful, horrible person.
How do you feel when you hear that? I mean, there's nothing redeeming or no tongue-in-cheek just...
It makes your skin kind of crawl.
Is it disquieting?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, that's not a song that I go back to and listen to over and over again. That song's not fun.
No.
That's just a song that just makes you think. Yeah, there's people out there like this.
Right.
Phil Oakes, he wrote some pretty nasty songs. He's got a song called Pretty Smart on My Part, which is extraordinarily relevant today. Mm-hmm. I wish he was still around to write some songs about things that are going on. But, he takes the guise of paranoid redneck jerk and all the things that he would do. Mm-hmm. and it's pretty scary. I mean, but he does it, of course, with a kind of a jaunty tune, and it's like, oh, this is rough.
Oh.
But he's tongue in cheek.
Right.
Well, bringing it back to tongue in cheek, first thing I thought of when you gave me the assignment was No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah.
Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
That's kind of mean.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's mean to him.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's totally camp. It's like he's putting on a show and he knows it.
Yeah. Yeah, but by the same token, I think he probably wrote that in a reaction, or they wrote it. I mean, the band wrote it as a reaction to the way that people were looking at him when he was just putting on a show and people didn't realize it. I mean, because they banned him in England.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, when $1 Billion Babies came out and it had the song I Love the Dead, which is about necrophilia. I mean, they went, hey. Yeah. I mean,
I'm just closing up my notes. I'm just going to listen.
But it's meant to be a scary song. It's just like, watching a scary movie. I mean, Alice Cooper was an act.
Yeah.
And he's a great guy. He's super nice. He's been.
You got to tell the story about his python.
Have we not talked about that? Mm-mm. It was a boa constrictor.
Oh.
When he came to Knoxville, I think it was on the Schools Out tour. He stayed at the Hyatt Regency Hotel, and he always performed with a snake, Kachina. And Kachina was, I believe it was Dennis Dunaway's snake, the bass player. But they always performed with it, and they lost the snake in the Hyatt Hotel. And they had to go to their next show. So China was gone. But about 3 weeks later, Charlie Pride stayed in that same room, and he got into bed, and he found China.
Poor Charlie Pride.
Man, how paranoid was he?
And it's extra funny because he had a hit called The Snakes Crawl at Night. But Alice wrote in his book that a snake came out of the toilet, which is not true. It was in the bed.
I don't know which is scarier.
Well, the toilet thing is like, occasionally a snake will do that, but that's kind of an urban legend. But this was true. This was in the paper. I got the clip out.
And you have a pet snake.
I do have a pet snake.
But you don't sleep with your pet snake.
No, I don't. No. Susie is fine in her cage, but I get Susie out regularly.
Wayne has a pet snake named Susie.
And she's about 5 and maybe 5.5 feet long. She's a long, big snake, but she's really sweet. And she's never tried to bite me or anything. I mean, she's just...
Does she purr?
She doesn't purr, but you can tell she likes being held, and, she's a good snake.
Okay.
I don't know of an animal that I don't like.
Yeah.
Ditto.
Yeah.
And snakes, I used to be terrified of snakes and spiders, and now I've kind of embraced them.
Okay, well.
Snakes, I can handle. Spiders,
if you got a wolf,
the more legs they have, the more problem I have with them.
Well, if you got a wolf spider in your house, you need to let it be, because it's eating the brown recluses and other things.
What if you've got a pregnant wolf spider in your house?
Well, that's a lot of wolf spiders.
It's a lot of wolf spiders just ready to run.
Well, they carry them on their back until they're ready to leave. So
Yeah, you've seen the videos, like someone swatting a spider.
Oh, yeah.
Hundreds of baby spiders go running off.
When I lived,
oh my God,
I lived in Union County, and we had a huge wolf spider come into the garage one time, and I was terrified of spiders back then, and I tried to stomp on it, and I missed, and the spiders went everywhere.
Oh my God,
there's a nightmare.
Yeah,
well, good luck sleeping tonight.
But yeah, they were fine. It's no big deal.
All right, I got another one.
Okay.
John Lennon, How Do You Sleep?
Yeah. Well, I had that one down.
Oh, did you? It's a just scathing thing aimed at Paul McCartney.
Yeah. Did McCartney ever get him back, or
he actually wrote the song "Too Many People," which is very veiled.
Yeah.
But I think that's actually what set Lennon off, and they were all fighting with Paul. I mean, Ringo had "Back Off Boogaloo," which they all called Paul Boogaloo for some reason, and then George had the "Sue Me, Sue You" blues, because they're all suing each other.
Oh wow.
But but Lennon's song, the lyrics are very pointed. I mean, it's like the only thing you've done was yesterday.
And since you've gone, it's just another day.
Which is another Paul, just like a frothy little cotton candy song of Paul's.
Yeah,
just
that
another
John
day.
Hated.
Oh, yeah.
He thought it was a trash song.
Well, and, yeah, I love Paul McCartney. He's a wonderful musical soul, and I love many, many songs that he's written. But he's also written some little cream puffs that I could do without.
Well, the old joke. When did Paul McCartney write silly love songs? 1959 to the present. But no, I like Paul McCartney too. It's just it was a mean joke. But yeah, I mean, he's one of the best writers out there ever lived. It also wrote
Music
some of the
just pours out of the man.
terrible songs, but mean songs.
Mean songs.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Well,
We digressed.
I could guess go to my scariest one, and I know you've heard this one too. It's Fever Ray, a Swedish performer.
You made
who
me
goes
listen
by
to
they,
it.
them. Yes, I made you listen to this. And it starts out, this is for Zacharias, who bullied my kid in high school. There's no room for you, and we know where you live. One day we might come after you, taking back what's ours. And then she says, and we'll cut. And they just keep repeating, cut. And the video makes it all the more terrifying because of the look of Fever Ray, and there's poor Zacharias is being held hostage somewhere, and apparently we're talking about decapitating the person who bullied Fever Ray's kid in high school. So that's, that's dark, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty dark. Yeah, when I watched it was pretty scary.
Yeah, it's scary, and the music is very dramatic, and so. But it's also kind of a campy. I mean, it looks like a John Waters movie, so that kind of makes it less scary, I guess.
I don't know. I kind of thought it looked more scary because of that.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I guess it depends on your angle. And we were talking about there's a bunch of songs that are called FU.
Oh, yeah.
Only they spell out the F. I mean, I've talked about several of them. ABCDEFU by Gail is a great breakup song. Black Bear had one that the chorus was just FU and you and you and you and you. CeeLo, of course, had FU. And Lily Allen, what?
Oh, before you leave CeeLo, what did he change it to for the radio edit? He changed it
I think
to
Forget You.
Was it Forget You?
Yeah.
A lot of times they do it as Forget.
Totally defanged it.
Yeah,
Totally.
It's like, well, don't even bother now.
Yeah.
But Lily Allen did one, and her inspiration for that was George W. Bush when the U.S. Invaded Iraq shortly after 9/11, which brought a lot of criticism from around the world, who are like, why are you invading Iraq, which you can't directly implicate in 9/11? So there was world outrage and everything, and it's just say something. She would say stuff like, "You think we need to go to war? Well, you've already got one," But listening to it, it almost made me wistful for a time when that was the kind of thing that would divide people, and not every single thing that ever happens.
I remember being genuinely worried about the future of the world when we invaded Iraq.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And now it just seems like, God, well,
just do something. It's just another thing. Well, and like I say,
that's true of history, though. Through
Yeah.
the lens of history, nothing looks as consequential as when you're going through it.
right.
And sometimes some things are way more consequential than you knew.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. But literally, someone can look at someone wrong, and the country is split in half and arguing and furious. It's like, wow. I don't remember that much. Maybe it just because most of us, lived through that, so it doesn't seem as important, not important, but as dramatic as it does now.
Well, it's not as potent now because it's not happening now.
Right. Yeah. But it was a fun song, and she did it in a fun way, and it was mean little. She's British, so it was a mean little Brit.
She got a whole lot of mean songs.
She does, and that's enjoyable. So.
Oh yeah. Well, see, you like it as much
I
as
like
I do.
it. I like it, but it's like sarcastic, and she's wearing a cute little dress and maybe ribbons in her hair or whatever. So how scary is that?
I don't know. She seemed pretty scary to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with her. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna tangle with that.
How about Dead Kennedys, Chemical Warfare, or Let's Lynch the Landlord, or any number of those? And when you hear Jello Biafra singing, that's a little scary.
He's pretty in your face.
The Chemical Warfare, where he's talking about poison gas rolling down the fairways and all the golfers choking on the fumes. He's very caustic.
Yeah.
but great.
Yeah.
I love Dead Kennedys.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even though he's singing about Nazi punks F off. It's rough.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Nazi?
Dead
You
Kennedys.
say Nazi. I always forget that you say Nazi.
Did I say Nazi? I don't know.
I forget who you said. Who used to say? Was it Churchill?
Nazis. You say Nazi.
Nazis. Okay. Well, however,
You speak German, so you can correct me on it.
see, yeah, they don't use that word anymore.
No.
It's probably illegal.
So it's been scrubbed.
Well,
They use it more in America than they do in Germany now.
It's because America resembles that more now.
it's
Well, do we want to go to politics while we're on this bent?
Well-
I've got girl on girl anger and stuff like that.
well, the only other political. I mean, there was lots of angry protest songs, but another Phil Oakes song. Here's to the state of Mississippi after the lynchings in Mississippi, or not the lynchings, the
Bombings.
the bombings and the civil rights workers who were murdered. But it's just absolutely, he tears Mississippi anew, and then he adapted it to Richard Nixon later, and that one's about as mean too. But he was good at being mean.
Yeah. Well, my buddy's Atari Teenage Riot, a German
Oh, yeah.
electro-punk band. They had a song called Delete Yourself. And I think that was the first time I ever heard that expression used as like, delete yourself,
Right.
you know? It was like, I don't know, sometime in the 90s. But the whole thing was, what is it? You have no chance. You have no chance now. Delete yourself. You have no chance now. But he goes off, and I mean, it's just so much anger, you know, and it's like, war will be a warm-up, and then it will be forgotten. Politicians lie while others die. I've had enough. F the system, man. F it up. Start the riot. Start it now. You know, just that building intensity that they have, and I'm kind of nostalgic for that kind of activism,
Right.
as terrifying as it could be. But that, and then of course Tool, Anemia. That's such a bleak. I mean, they're just like ready for any kind of apocalypse.
Yep.
And you know, it's very powerful, but it's in a very beautiful. I mean, you know how Tool could do beautiful songs.
Well, I think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was about to say. I mean, you were talking earlier about nice people liking dark music. Everybody was when I reviewed. I think I may have told this story before. I reviewed Tool and REO Speedwagon in the same week. And Tool, it's like everybody's, oh gosh, Tool, that's dark, it's terrible. And it's like I go to Tool and everybody is so incredibly polite and nice. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
And then I go to the REO Speedwagon show outside, and it's the most drunk, argumentative, nasty crowd I have ever been in.
Wow.
Bar none. It was like REO Speedwagon, like la-di-da, know, it's like roll with the changes. It's like roll with my fist in your face. It was terrible.
Maybe people just can't vent, and they just have pent up stuff when they're listening to REO Speedwagon.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it's just like this undercurrent all these people have when they're listening to, upbeat, or songs.
I think people who pretend to be nice and don't get it out in other ways.
Yeah.
Don't get the meanness out. I don't know, but it was like crazy because it was like Tool with the darkest, nastiest stuff in the world, and then REO Speedwagon with the sunniest, we're gonna make it sort of songs, and everybody is drunk and fighting, and it's terrible. And I mean, it's not on REO Speedwagon. I mean, they seem like nice guys.
No, they're just out there to entertain and and poke at people who are holding or festering balls of rage.
Well, speaking of festering balls of rage,
Great band name, by the way.
yeah, that is a good band name.
Too many syllables.
There's so many really mean songs after breakups.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I've got lots of,
well, one of John and my favorite bands is XTC.
Yeah.
And of course, they have lots of really pretty, sweet, songs about, just how great life is. But after Andrew Partridge got divorced, he wrote a song called Your Dictionary, where he spells out these words to his wife, and he's like, S-H-I-T, is that how you spelled me in your dictionary? Yeah. And then he spells out the F word, and he goes, is that how you spell friend in your dictionary? And it's like, whoa. By the time he's done, it's like, Sheesh.
He's an amazing lyricist.
Yeah, man, that's a rough one.
One of his political lyrics that I use but I quote all the time is, by the half-light of burning republics, Joe Stalin looks just like Uncle Sam.
Whoa.
Which I think, man, that's heady stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Well,
Yeah.
Loudon Wainwright III has one called Man's World, where he is just, I mean, I hope this woman was as bad as he made her sound, because if she wasn't, she sure didn't deserve the song he wrote about her, because it was awful.
Yeah.
He gets to a thing about how she wants to be in the man's world, and then she still uses crying and all this other stuff to get her way.
Right.
And oh man, it's vicious.
Well, I like Rihanna, who doesn't mince words a lot of
Yeah.
times. Take a Bow, very popular song, singing to a man who's trying to get back with her. And she goes, "You look so dumb right now, standing outside my house trying to apologize. You're so ugly when you cry."
Oh,
Wow. Who is that?
Rihanna. So I like that. And I don't know. There's a song called Four Leaf Clover by a band called Catherine. And you may not have heard of them. They were
No.
kind of a 90s rock band. But Darcy Retzky from Smashing Pumpkins
Yeah.
was in it. And there was a guy in it named Neil Jondon, I believe his name was. And they sing back and forth to each other on this song, Four Leaf Clover. And it's great because it's just they're throwing shade back and forth at each other.
Uh-huh.
He says something like, "I keep flipping you over and over, and you're never going to be my four-leaf clover." And she goes, "I slept on it again and again, and I got to tell you that you're just a has-been." And then he comes back with "I don't want to see your smiling face because you're coming in last in the great love race." And it's just really cool, and it's just got this great, just peppy kind of infectious flow to it. And they both had similar voices, which is interesting. But for some reason, I don't know why that song wasn't a bigger hit, because it should have put them on the map.
yeah.
It just fell by the wayside. But it's good. I recommend it to 90s rock lovers.
Oh, I need to hear it.
Catherine.
That's one that passed me by. Well, you remember the Proclaimers from around that era?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, of course, they would walk 500 miles, but
Yeah.
but they have a song I love called "I Hate My Love for You." And it's real peppy and kind of happy sounding, but he sings, hang on a minute. "You're worse than drink, you're worse than crack. For you, they should bring hanging back, and I should be the one to string you up."
Wow.
But he goes through all the things that I love Johnny Cash singing "A Boy Named Sue," but I hate my love for you most of all.
Well, I liked. I know I mentioned the band Dag just because I love this song. They have a song called, and I've mentioned this before, "Our love would be so much better if I gave a damn about you." Mm-hmm. That's a great one.
Yeah.
No Scrubs by TLC. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, what a come down. You know, they don't like the guys on the passenger's side of the best friends ride. It's like guys who don't have cars and they ride around with their buddies, hollering at them from like they never answer back to that. I mean, it's just like a classic kind of, step up your game or don't even talk to me. I don't know. There are a lot of like love songs that. But this one's more deadpan, and it's an old one.
Okay.
I Know What Boys Like by the Waitresses.
Oh, yeah.
The perfect song because it's just like the first couple of minutes, she's just singing about how she flirts with guys. She knows what boys like and this and that. And but the best part, the key part of that whole song is she toward the end, she goes, "I
Right.
feel sad now. Sorry I teased you. This time I mean it. Anything you want. I really want to. How would you like it?" And then there's a pause and the music stops and she goes, "Sucker."
Really like that. Good setup.
Yeah.
Oh, in that same era, and it's only mean because it's a hurtful song, but is Romeo Void?
Yeah. Girl in Trouble or
Was Never Say Never.
Never Say
I
Never.
might like you better
Might
if
Like
we
You Better if
slept
we slept
together.
together. Yeah.
It was about her stepfather.
Oh, Oh, I didn't know
Yes,
that.
yes.
Oh, that's dark.
That's what he said to her, apparently.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a terrible.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that's awful.
It's a,
I did not know that.
yeah. I saw an interview with her one time, someplace years ago in the 80s, But yeah, it's a rough song when you think about what it's actually about.
Yeah.
But
I've got one from the Canadian singer-songwriter Kathleen Edwards.
oh yeah,
Where she's saying her lover is worthless and he's lying and and taking her for granted and everything, and she knows he's a criminal. And the chorus of the song is, "And I know where the cops hang out, and I know where you'll be found. Maybe a couple of years in state you'll change your mind." It's like she's going to send him to jail.
Good. Wow. Good. Good for her.
She's a very brutal songwriter. I really love her songs.
yeah, she's good.
My girl Poe, I've
Right.
mentioned her before, and it's a great song. That there's a lot of men don't want women who've got experience, and she comes across this guy who is a gaslighter, and he has some experience or whatever, and he's going to hold it over her, and she has a song called "Not a Virgin." And it goes, "I'm not a virgin anymore. I just thought you should know." And I've been around. And she goes through all these places that she's had sex and what she's done and where she's been. And then the best line in it, after she's like going through all these things of like, "You're not going to hold this against me. And, screw you. You're a gaslighter and control freak and all that." She goes, "So before you let another lie slip through your crooked little teeth, I don't think you want to start that shit with me." And I love that because she's more fragile and tender, and it's just like a rocker, and she just comes out, claws out. So,
Well, there's a Jim Dickinson who recorded under the name James Luther Dickinson. He was a great producer, and he played piano on the Wild Horses by the Rolling Stones. Just a regular down in kind of the Muscle Shoals area, and was the dad of the North Mississippi All-Stars guys, Luther and Cody Dickinson.
Cody, yeah.
But he's got this peppy little song called "Asshole," and he's just talking about how awful this guy is, and this person. It doesn't say whether it's a man or a woman, but it's like all the people on the street say "asshole." All the children that you meet, well, you know what they say, "asshole."
who is that?
He goes by James Luther Dickinson, or he went by it. Jim Dickinson's what everybody knew him by. But he recorded under that name. But his stuff is really fun.
Okay.
I
like that.
He was a great guy, just nice as he could be. We talked for like 2 hours when I interviewed him, 2 or 3. We talked forever. He had so much. He produced the Replacements' best album and all sorts of different people. Big Star, yeah. That was the thing. That's why they went to him, is because he produced Big Star.
Did you all think that "You Ought to Know" by Alanis Morissette was mean, or
It was
vengeful the same as mean, or because I saw it labeled as that, and I thought, it's emotional and it's blistering, but is it mean?
It's mean, but deservedly so.
Right.
And I mean, that's one of the things I like about mean songs.
Yeah.
Is like when it's directed at somebody, it's like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when that came out, and guys were terrified, and it's like, oh, we don't want women to become this, But, I mean, it really was kind of a turning point, especially for women in music, because, and what a huge hit it was in that album. Right. I think it's still one of the top 10 albums, and people forget about it. Yeah, but it was just a whole new era for women.
She's been out on tour just this past year.
Album, yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny to me, when I heard that, I thought about "You're So Vain" by Carly Simon, which is a lot more gentle, but it's also
biting.
It's pretty scathing.
Yeah. Yeah, what is it? I loved all the... although I always have wondered about you had one eye in the mirror as you walked yourself go by. I was like, watch yourself go by. I was like, well, where's the other eye? Then I realized, we just turned sideways.
Yeah.
So, but I used to think someone had like Marty Feldman eyes or something.
For Marty Feldman.
Yeah, that was an old reference for you there.
Abby Normal.
Well, I think you were the person who used to sing Betty Davis eyes as Marty Feldman eyes.
She's got Marty Feldman eyes. What is it? She'll forget to pull her pants up. And I can't remember all of it, but anyway.
One of the funnest things that Leslie, and the little ongoing art project we have going is we went out on an Amazon and just bought a big plastic bag full of googly eyes that were self-adhesive. Man, you can have so much fun with those. Take them to people's houses and put them on their paintings.
Yeah. My dog always has her back to me, to us and everything. And so we want to put like googly eyes on her butt just so we feel like we're looking
She's
at
looking
her.
at you.
Yeah.
It's not looking.
Yeah, I've seen signs where people say, "Stop putting googly eyes on things," because they do it.
One before I forget it, because I'm going past it on the list here.
Okay.
It's that Dandy Warhol song. I love it because it's mean on top of mean, because he's making fun of someone who's addicted to heroin.
Yep.
Making fun of them for being addicted to heroin, and then throwing dirt on top of that by saying, because heroin is so passé. So it's like, you're a loser, you're a junkie, and by the way, you're addicted to a passé drug.
And who were they making fun of on that one? That was the Browns. Was that the
Jonestown Massacre?
Was that
Well, that was one of the things, and I think that also...
Did they feud? There was a documentary about it, but it's been years.
I think they feud. I think they were, I don't know, they had some grudge against each other.
Yeah, as grudges go.
Yeah.
They got the best of them because that was the best song I know of that came out of it.
Oh, yeah. That was a fun one.
Well, I was thinking today about songs that sound mean that aren't necessarily mean.
Oh, really?
And I thought of Thin Lizzy Jailbreak. It's got a real mean kind of riff to it, and it's just really muscular and aggressive.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is mean because he's got the line in there like, "Hey, you good-looking female, come here," which is just, that's mean.
Disrespectful at least.
Yes.
Well, there's women on women kind of meanness.
Okay.
And the first song I thought of was a Stupid Girl by Garbage from the 90s. And it was this whole, she's trying to stay, desirable by being aloof and blah, blah, blah. Stupid girl, stupid. But then I thought, one that went better than this is an older song that I know you know. It's Rip Her to Shreds by Blondie.
Oh, yeah.
And that was, I think that's from the 70s. It was before, I knew who Blondie was. But and just all these lines, she goes like, her nose job is real atomic. All she needs is an old knife scar. Yeah, you know her. Come on, rip her to shreds. So pretty violent.
Yeah. Well, I have to look up who did it. There's a song it's from the 40s called Miss Mushmouth. And it's like this woman, I think it's Hatta Brooks, but I'm not positive. But she's talking about how if she keeps talking trash on her, she's going to lay her out. But it's a good one. It's it's not exactly mean, but it's like, stay in your lane or you're going to get clobbered.
How about Mean Streets, Van Halen? It's not really mean, but it sounds mean.
Sounds.
Oh,
mean.
you're still doing. Oh, yeah. I guess, yeah.
I mean, in this part of town, it sounds mean. It's all put on, but
Well, a lot of these are put on.
sure.
But
I don't know. I was given the topic 2 hours before we
Right.
started recording, so I'm just coming.
You're being mean.
Yeah. Well,
We're trying.
Woody Guthrie had a song about somebody taking the guys as taking on the personality of somebody who was mean and anti-union and everything, called Mean Talking Blues. And he says, "If I could get there was a mouse."
Oh,
There was
the world doesn't need to know that.
We're looking out the window. It's just right across the field.
But he's talking about how he wants everybody to be mad at each other. If I get the strappings against the polka dots, that'd just suit me.
The what?
He's talking about everybody, trying to get the races fighting with each other. And
I didn't know. Were those terms about races? Or?
No, he was just saying how ludicrous it was.
Oh,
To get the stripes and the polka dots.
Give me the strappings and the polka dots to get to fighting. I can't remember exactly how he says it, but it's
Okay.
he's talking about people getting mad, their teeth boiling out of their mouths, and all sorts. It's really fun.
Well, there was a song that you all probably remember, Ugly Kid Joe, Everything
yeah.
About You.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it at the time, but I went back and looked, and it's kind of, I mean, it is mean. It was some guy that the band knew and they hated, and he comes through, and they're just like, he's smiling like the whole time he's singing, and he says, I don't really care about your sister. Forget the little bitch because I already kissed her. One thing that I did to your old lady, put her on the bed, and she didn't say maybe.
Whoa.
So it was like, wow, I didn't remember.
I
remember it just being kind of a fun, song, and I started digging into the lyrics. Like, okay, well, that was hurtful.
That's just plain out
too
evil.
much.
Dang.
And then what was it? 70 times 7 by Brand New. This was like in 2001. And he goes, I've seen more spine in jellyfish. I've seen more guts in 11-year-old kids. Have another drink and drive yourself home. I hope there's ice all over the roads.
Whoa.
I'm on a streak now. I'm going to go through all of them here at once. Wishing a car accident on someone is something that came up with Outkast in the song Roses. Do you remember Roses? And he was like, what is it? I hope she's speeding on the way to the club. Then hurry up to some banger or singer or something like that. And trying to put makeup on in the mirror and crash into a ditch.
Wow.
So that's fun.
I never think about Outkast being mean.
Oh, that was Andre singing. He had a. It was all in jazz. And it was like at a sock hop. It had like the video had this, 50s kind of look, and she's the most popular girl of the popular girl clique, and they all come in to watch it, and then he comes out and making fun of her, and everybody's laughing at her. So she gets it in the end. But
well. If we're getting into rap, I mean, rap just can be mean as all get out.
Well, yeah, it can. Well, I want to say we can go into rap diss tracks if you want to.
Okay.
All right. So rap diss tracks, you were talking about Kendrick Lamar and Not Like Us, and that was his diss on Drake, which
right.
Drake was kind of asking for, and they were going back and forth, and finally Kendrick ended it with Not Like Us.
You can't come back from that.
You can't come back from saying, confirmed pedophile, Drake, or however he was putting it.
And whatever he's going to do is going to do it it will surely be A minor.
Right.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
That's
he
very clever.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course, Eminem has just been diss track after diss track after. I mean, he's almost disturbing because he just gets into this character, and I hope it's a character, but he just slides into it so easily. And of course, he's talked about his wife, he's talked about his mom, and just, killing people, and just one thing after another. I know I've talked about this before. I think I have, when he was like bashing on Moby because he was almost 40 and no one listens to techno. And it's like, okay, Eminem, in your 50s now. Are you still doing that song?
And Moby's made like $5 trillion gazillion dollars on every ad in the world.
Yeah.
I think one of the trademark diss tracks was more quite a while ago. Is Nas just laying out Jay-Z when he wasn't afraid of him at all, just basically calling him a fake and a hypocrite. But the best diss track is one we've never heard, and this takes a little explaining. That Azalea Banks, I know I've talked about her before. She's crazy, but she's crazy, but she is like on fire all the time.
Right.
And she was going to do a duet with Grimes. Okay, now Grimes was Elon Musk's girlfriend from like 2018 to 2022. They broke up a few years ago, and they had a few kids together. So Azalea shows up at Grimes' place, and Grimes is living with Elon at the time, and Grimes isn't there. And so for a couple of days, I don't know what happened, but Azalea was basically saying she was being held hostage by Elon in this house, and he's on drugs, and like all kinds of fire came out from it, and Grimes did a attack track on Azalea that she wanted to just take her out, and Azalea Banks allegedly did a song, or was doing a song, or wrote a song called 96 Corolla, and it's about literally taking out Elon Musk.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like
Dangerous song to be
Lord,
right
well,
right now.
Yeah, I mean, and she's afraid of nothing, But that was, before he's, elevated to the status he got. Mm. But I promise you, I've heard enough Azalea Banks songs to say that would have been, that would have made everybody uncomfortable to hear that. But that's kind of why you want to listen to her.
Well, the good thing the thing I like about rap diss tracks, this all goes back to the Dirty Dozens and, people talking about each other's mamas and, as a rap battle winner.
Right.
I
have some expertise.
The best things I ever wrote in more than 40 years were the lines I wrote for the rap battle.
That's just crazy.
I know. It's nobody could quite believe it.
Well, you're just a riddle wrapped in an enigma.
That's right.
I got to get L7 out here.
Okay.
But L7, the song "Shit List," I love it. It's just they're an all woman, like hard kind of punkish woman band, and it starts out when I get mad and I get pissed. I grab my pen and I write out a list of all the people that won't be missed. You made my shit list. So,
yeah, I don't know why I get so much delight out of hearing all this.
You really do.
Well, about 5-6 months after this studio opened, I was burglarized and had a whole bunch of guitars and amps and things stolen. And me and all my friends, well, the first song that got written was just called "Stop Thief," but there were many more songs written, and it was the "Stop Thief" maxi single. And there's multiple wishes of horrible cancers of the anus and but it was cathartic, man. It was so fun to sing that stuff and play it just because I had undirected rage. There was just it was really horrible, and that was one of the good things that came out of it.
Well, it's,
that's what art's for.
Yeah, hard. Honest emotion, no matter what it is good for art.
I went out and put flyers up with pictures of my guitars at the various pawn shops and music stores and stuff. And one of the pawn shop guys said, "You know where you need to look? You need to look in the crack houses." And I was like, "Well, do you have a map?" So that was one of my songs, was "Crack House Map."
Oh, well, I like that. Yeah. Before I forget, too, we can't deny that Taylor Swift has written a lot of mean songs and vicious songs. I think one of the best was "Dear John." I think she's still kind of doing country then. It was aimed right at John Mayer.
Oh, yeah.
Who hooked up with her when she was like 19 and he was 30-something. Yeah. She said, "Didn't you think I was too young?" And just like tearing him up. And then there's another song she has called "Mean," and it's aimed at a music critic who trashed her music. And
so, a music critic or a music teacher? I thought it was a music teacher.
Oh, I thought it was a music critic.
I think it's a music teacher.
Okay. Well, it was someone she felt went over the top in his criticism of her and didn't just stop at an analysis, but took it even further.
It may have been a critic, but I think it was a teacher.
Okay. I like how she's kind of refined the meanness, and like my favorite song of hers, as far as revenge or whatever it goes, is the song "Karma," which came out a couple of years ago. And she's just as sweet and happy as she can be, and she's celebrating the love that she has, and the man who comes home to her, and the cat that purrs in her lap, and how happy her life is going. And I don't know which guy this one was aimed at. It may have been a composite of guys, because she does that too. But he's just like, his whole life is falling apart. And it's just got that sweet little sound, sing-songy, and he's, in the gutter. So,
and she's happy.
As he deserves to be.
As he deserves to be, yes.
Yeah.
I hope that Travis Kelce guy's paying attention.
He better be. Anybody
just
dates
be good to her.
You give her another hit album that you don't want to hear. He's not going to want to hear anyway. Well, I think I don't know.
Go ahead.
I just think I was about to say, I think I've exhausted all my meanness.
I think I've exhausted mine too. I've got some marginal ones, but this might be the place to stop. What about you, John?
I was just coming up with. I had like 4 coming out.
Wow.
Y'all would say something and it would remind me of something.
Because you just heard about it 2 hours ago, right?
Yeah, I did.
You should write a song about that.
There you go.
Maybe.
Uh-oh. Well, let's skip to Let's skip to recommendations, shall we?
All right.
Yeah.
Who wants to do what?
Well, I can go with a movie. Start out with a
Okay.
movie.
Okay.
I saw the movie Companion,
Yeah.
which is from the same folks who put out Barbarian,
Yes.
and it is loads of fun. It is. It's. I don't want to say really. I don't want to tell you anything about the plot because
wanna
it's
know
best to go in completely cold. But I will tell you that the whole incel community will hate it,
Okay.
despise it,
Okay.
and there's a real stroke of feminism that runs through it,
Oh, okay.
and
That's promising.
it's like lots of violence and lots of gore and
wow. Okay.
lots of I know who I'm rooting for in this movie. But,
Okay.
And you know, it's just one of those great popcorn movies where it's like I was entertained start to finish. I enjoyed every little twist and turn, and you know I don't really know any of the actors. The main guy in it is the son of Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan. Can't think of his name.
What, Randy? No. What is his name?
It's like
Anyway.
Tom Quaid. It's something.
A Quaid.
He's one of the Quaids. One of the. But and nobody else. I mean, I've seen other people. There's a person who was in the White Lotus that's in it, and it's just fun. And it's like if you like, but you got to like violence in movies, and you got to be prepared. There's some gore and there's some shocks, and it's just a ride.
Okay.
And I know you'd like it.
Okay.
John, I don't know about you, but I know Chuck would.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. Now, you don't like you don't find as much dark stuff as funny as I do.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I don't like to get scared. I'm already scared enough.
Oh well, there's places. It's very suspenseful. There are places where you're going to be, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh
Okay.
gosh.
All right.
So anyway, it's a good one. I don't know if it's a date movie or not, but it's a fun movie.
Okay.
So
Is
there
it
you
a
go.
new movie?
Yeah, it's a new one.
I'll do. So I got around to M. Night Shyamalan released the movie Trap last summer of 2024. It didn't do very well. The premise
It's called Trap.
Trap, and the premise is kind of hard to explain. I think that may have hindered it. I think the problem with some Shyamalan movies is they don't want to give anything away, so they can't tell you what the movie's about.
Right.
So you don't know if you're going to like it, and you're not sure because he has kind of a mixed record. So, you know, he's kind of the victim of his own mechanisms or whatever. And all I knew, and this is really all you need to know, really, is that a man takes his daughter to a concert by a big pop star. And while they're there, he becomes aware that there's, or they become aware that there's like a manhunt for someone. They're not really sure what, but they're looking for, you know, a serial killer or something to that effect. And I can say that Shyamalan's daughter, Salika, she plays the pop star, which helps explain, you know, the thing about movies, about concerts and movies, about sports and games is they never get it right. You never feel like you're there. But they gave it their go, and they're in an arena, and there are lots of people who are cheering and everything. Unfortunately, his daughter, who is a singer-songwriter, she's not a very dynamic singer, so all of her songs were kind of subtle, and I thought, this isn't going to generate. But anyway, that was me being a music critic watching a movie about a performer. But the plot, I can't say much about. But Josh Hartnett, I think had been retired for quite some time or just not making movies. I don't know if retire is the right word. But he came out to do this movie, and it took me a while to figure out why. But as it goes along, you know, I get more of the why. And there are twists, but it's not like a big, bold Shyamalan kind of twist.
Right.
So I think it was something different, which he always does, and fairly entertaining. And I was glad I saw it. You know, it wouldn't have been my top 10 movies of the year or anything like that. But it was nice to see that after all these years, he's still coming up with something different.
Well, after watching Old, I'm off of him, but The Visitor is one of those things I think we talked about a long time back. It's like that he comes back with something every once in a while that you're just like, oh, okay, this really is creepy and scary.
Yeah. And Trap is streaming all over the place now. It's not out in theaters anymore. It was last summer.
Okay, I've got an odd pick for a movie.
Okay.
And it came up because I had my iPhone on I think it was John Baker's radio station, and it just was randoming through stuff, and it came to one of the songs in this movie, and this whole movie started because this guy wrote a bunch of really killer rock songs and then decided to make an off-Broadway play about it. And the songs play a big role in it, but the characters are also just huge, and it is Hedwig and the Angry Inch.
Just about that the other day. I've never seen it.
Really?
You've never seen that?
I've never seen it, and I've always wanted to.
Oh, wow.
It's I don't want to give too much away if you haven't seen it. It's a lot. But the songs are great, and it's really funny. The main character is a rock singer who her former lover is now become a huge, humongous star, and her career has taken a nosedive. And she's just in love with, and she's obsessed with this former sideman who's now a huge star, and so she's on tour playing a whole series of seafood restaurants in the towns where he's playing the Enormo Dome. And the scenes of the band playing, I mean, and their stuff it's wild and transgender and very Bowie-like, and, you know, there's just dramatic, and they're in a seafood restaurant singing, and the people are eating their seafood.
Yeah, they weren't ready for that.
It's really funny, and the songs are hilarious. And it's Hedwig and the Angry Inch, and it's from 2001.
Yeah, it's a good recommendation. Wayne, how have you not seen that?
I know. It's one of those things I never got the chance, and it popped up. Something popped up over the weekend. It's like, I've never seen this, and I really want to see it.
Yeah, you'll like it.
So we're gonna rent it or something for too long.
Yeah, I don't know where you find it, but they'll get in place.
It's someplace. I looked it up, and it was like it's available. So,
all right, we want to swing back to music.
Okay. Well, I want to recommend from 2012 the Barstool Romeos album, Twisted Steel and Sex Appeal.
Okay.
And it is one of my favorite honky-tonk albums of all time. And these folks, it's the lead singer-songwriters. It's Mike McGill and Andy Perkle. And Mike McGill came from a bluegrass background. Andy Perkle came from a punk metal background. And they make honky-tonk that is absolutely great. And there's a song called Cheap Bourbon Whiskey that should have been a #1 hit if there was any fairness in the world of country music. But they are more country than anything that's out there coming out of Nashville right now. Mm-hmm. And they're great. So it's available on Spotify and Apple Music and every place else you want to go. And you'll love it. They're great songwriters, and they harmonize.
Nice guys, too.
And they're good guys. So, Twisted Steel and Sex Appeal by the Barstool Romeos.
All right. John?
Yes. I just discovered one. This is one of my favorite bands from England. They're called Elbow. I discovered them when I was really, really into Radiohead, and there was no more Radiohead to be had, and I was just kind of looking around for other sort of moody English art pop bands. And Elbows, this is they just released their 10th record in 2024, and it's called Audio Vertigo. And it's a lot of the early Elbow albums I just love, and their last couple, 2 or 3 of them I thought have kind of been sleepers. And I mean, I like them, but there's just nothing that really grabs you. And this seems to me to be a real return to form. It's really well produced. The drums are big and beefy, and the riffs are good. And and Guy Garvey is the singer and songwriter. He's got this really nice emotive voice. And so it's Elbow Audio Vertigo from 2024.
All right. Well, I've got to recommend Fleming and John. The Nashville duo, it's Fleming McWilliams and I think John Mark Painter. They're a married couple. I believe they're still married, and I think they had kids together, and that kind of slowed down some of their production. He's a great producer, arranger. They have varied music, and we were talking earlier with the song Ugly Girl, she's just such a dynamic singer. She's got this soprano that she just makes do everything in the world.
It's so powerful.
Yeah, it really is.
But the production on there is, at least on the album that I'm familiar with, is fantastic. I mean, it really sounds good on your on your ears.
It really is. And this album is from 1999. They met at Belmont University.
Are they still making
they were
music?
Both students. I think they still are. I think they've kind of come and gone. And I think he's also like a sessions musician and stuff like that. And maybe she was raising kids. I don't know. But this album from 1999 is The Way We Are, and that has Ugly Girl on it. But there's so much range. The range is like they have a song called Comfortable, which is just this very pretty ballad where she says, I got to say that, infatuation's gone and blah, 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 and we're just comfortable, but I really don't mind being this comfortable. And it's just so sweet. Yeah. And then on the flip side of that is that song Devil's Food. And we used to talk about that all the time, where she's talking about a manipulative man. And it starts with her just like practically screaming out, he's got his finger on the trigger. It's not a gun, it's something bigger. And she goes, emotional warfare has been declared on you. And it's just like kind of like a war rally call or something. But they're great. It's like a 14...
The lead-off track, I'm So Small, her vocal acrobatics on that are amazing.
Yeah. She's just great. So that's The Way We Are, 1999 album, and Fleming and John. And I looked them up after I had Ugly Girl and everything picked, and I saw that they put me on their Wikipedia page in my review of that album. I thought, well, I owe it to them. I've got to share the wealth and throw them out there because, I gave them 4 out of 5 stars, as they said. In the Wikipedia.
They'll get about 200 more listens on Spotify, and that'll give them 1 penny.
That'll give them a penny, yes.
Well, there you go. It's something.
Yeah, it's not nothing.
Anyway, that's it for recommendations.
Yeah.
All right.
Good show.
Anyone got anything mean to talk about? Or
I'm sick of you guys.
Let's be. Oh man, it's like spring, and we're moving on into a happier world, and we've had a cathartic process of working through these mean songs, and now we can move into
butterflies. And
sunshine.
April Fools. That's what we'll move into. April Fools.
Maybe, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. If you got any ideas for us, send us an email, which John says here at the outro, and we'll come back around. Bye.
You've been listening to How We Heard It with Chuck Campbell and Wayne Bledsoe, a podcast about music, movies, art, culture, whatever it is that's on their mind. How We Heard It was recorded at the Arbor Studio in Knoxville, Tennessee by me, John Baker. How We Heard It is a Cozy Planet production. If listening to this podcast has given you a burning sensation, then we recommend you sit in a hot tub until your symptoms fade away. If you'd like to reach out to Chuck or Wayne, or even me, you can send an email to howweheardit@gmail.com. So thank you for listening, and come on back and we'll have another episode for you next week.